lesson number 4. And lesson 4 is on 3D shapes. So not yesterday, but on Tuesday we talked about 2D shapes. And I asked you guys yesterday what 2D means. And you guys, most of you remembered. Brooklyn, what does 2D mean? Wyatt, would you shut the door, please?
2D.
What does 2D mean?
It's like, 2D is like when it's like round and like,
LES, would you help her?
flat.
Flat. It's a
Can I wash my hands?
It's a flat shape. So, it's a shape, but it's just flat. It has only 2 dimensions, is what we call it. Now, 3D shapes have 3 dimensions. They have the height, they have the width, and they have the depth. So I have a pyramid here. You can see that there's triangles, eyes up here. But now, this one has height. It's wide, the width, so I have the height, I have the wide, but now I have the depth. It is deep, so it holds space. Okay? So, we are going to learn in this lesson, how do I use shapes and equal parts? So we're going to learn how we can use these and how we see these all around us. Okay? Let's watch, there's a Number Rock video. I like Number Rock, and I think you guys do too. That talks about 3D shapes, okay?
I love Number Rock.
All right. Where's my play button? Did it disappear?
What kind of play button? Like the play button.
Oh, it's
just
hiding down there. That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
There are many places to find a sphere, like if a tennis ball happens to roll near. You can shoot a sphere playing basketball, and you see one in the sky.
Actually, did that start at the beginning?
No.
I don't think it did. Here we go.
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone.
They're all 3D shapes.
There are many places to find a sphere, like if a tennis ball happens to roll near. You can shoot a sphere playing basketball, and you see one in the sky when the moonlight falls. Planets are spheres, whether red or blue. The bearings and machines are tiny spheres too. Marbles are spheres that roll around. Spheres are exercise balls that bounce up and down. Spheres are shapes that are perfectly round, like balls that tend to roll along the ground.
Let's go.
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. All 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
One kitchen cylinder is a soup can. They look the same from New York to Japan. Pens can be cylinders we use every day. Power pools are cylinders that bring power our way. Toilet paper rolls are cylinders too. If the missing bases are added by you. Some jars might be cylinders as well. When it comes to straws, it can be hard to tell. Cylinders have 2 circular bases that are congruent parallel faces.
Let's go.
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. All 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
The Egyptian pyramids stand very tall. Those umbrellas look like pyramids before rainfall. Trees can look like pyramids, touching the sky. A pyramid block of cheese, give it a try. Some house rooftops are pyramids too. And some perfume bottles with scents that are new. Pyramid-shaped paperweights on a desk, looking their best as they stand so picturesque. With the base and apex and faces, pyramids are found in the most wondrous places.
Let's go.
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. Singing through the microphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone. All 3D shapes.
3D shapes.
If you roll dice, then you roll cubes. Iron crystal cubes can be grown in tubes. Blocks are cubes. Much of the time, clocks can be cubes, make an hourly chime. A box in the mail might be a cube shape. Ice cubes can cool your ice cream shake. Some cube containers store food in the fridge, and some concrete cubes can hold up a bridge. Faces of a cube are all a square, so we can spot them almost anywhere.
Let's go.
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, ice cream. Had some witches are cones that might make you scream. Orange cones can show dangers in the road. Teepees are cones that make a great bow. Castle turrets are cones to watch outside. A luscious cone of light is a great bad guy. Cone-shaped cups may hold something to eat. Some shoes look like cones when they're on your feet. With a circular base and a pointy vertex, cones are always a favorite 3D object.
Let's go!
Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone, singing through the megaphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone, singing through the megaphone. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, cube, cone, all 3D shapes. Visit numberrock.com for exclusive content, lesson materials, and
Yeah.
Okay, so there,
It's catchy.
alright, so this video did a great job of reviewing. You maybe have learned them a little bit last year in first grade. Do you guys remember 3D shapes last year?
Yeah.
Yes, no? Okay, so this did a great job of introducing those shapes if you didn't learn them last year and reviewing them. So let's first look at the sphere. So sphere is like a round ball. Aria, or Briley, would you go flip down because I can hear you talking. Go flip down, please. Look around the room. Can you guys find a sphere in our classroom? Libby, what do you think?
The clock.
The clock, I think, would be a flat circle. It's not like a ball. Tyson. Lewis.
The globe.
The globe would be one. So look at our globe. That is a sphere. Braylon, do you have another one?
You're holding one.
I'm holding one, definitely. Yep. So this is definitely a sphere. What else? Or look around the room. There's probably not too many of them. Kinsley?
The gumballs.
I was just saying that. When you put your gumballs in every morning, or if you have your gumballs left, you put a sphere in. Carson?
Like those birthday things, and then on top.
Those are flat. They're circles. They're not spheres. So remember, a sphere has shape. It's like a ball. There's probably not many more, but maybe Corla found one? The wheels, I think, are pretty close. Maybe they're not perfect spheres, but they're pretty close. Wyatt? Your heads. Your heads are a sphere. Very good. Ellie. I'm sorry, Ellie A. Did you forget Ellie? Okay, we'll come back to you. Mason.
The machine.
The top of the gumball machine, I would say, is a sphere. Good job.
Like the ball thing. The thing that holds the gumball.
Yep, up here at the top, right?
Yeah.
This,
That was mine.
that would be a sphere. Definitely, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna take two more.
Oh.
Did you have one more, Mason?
Yeah. Well, this is kind of thing how you make with the circles. Like, so you see how the wheels are like circles? So how they make it is they grab a ball and they cut the sides off.
We could do that. Okay, two more. Lila, did you find a sphere?
Basically a sphere, but it's like.
You're right. Good one. Exactly. Good job. So someone made that for me. I think Phoebe Matson, or one of the Matson kids, because I've had 4 of them. I'm pretty sure their mom made that. They took a balloon and then they took yarn with glue and then they let it dry and it made a sphere and then they popped the balloon and the balloon came out. So that is definitely a sphere. Okay, one last one, Brooklyn.
My ears.
Okay, they might be little balls. Perfect. Okay, let's move on. Not too many spheres in here. Let's move on to a cube though. A cube is like a square, but it has 6 squares on it to make a cube. Look around. Now, if your cube doesn't have a top, It's okay. What do you think, Kinsley?
Like for the paper.
Definitely. So Kinsley said this would be a cube. It doesn't have a top, but I could make a top or put a top on there. So this would be a cube if it had a top. Definitely. Corla. The outlet is a cube. Good job. Let's see. Who have I not called on? Briley. You want to show me? Go show me. Remember, it has to have shape. It can't be flat. Are you pointing to the letters?
Yes.
Are they flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are flat. So those are not 3D. Those are just flat shapes. Those are 2D. Arya. Yeah, the paper towel holder. It would be like a kind of like a cube. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Who have I not called on? Ellie A.
I have a few.
Okay. Can you give us maybe just two? So then other friends have a chance to.
The mailbox
Definitely.
and the cabinet.
The cabinets would be cubes. Definitely. They're holding things. Good job. All right. I'm gonna take one more for this one, then we're gonna move on to the next one. Who I haven't called on? Journey.
Well, first the eraser. It's more rectangle.
Yeah, that one. You're right. That'd be still very similar to cube. It's called a rectangular prism, though. But it's very similar.
What about
Definitely. The things around the room, not drawings. Okay. All right. Let's move on. We have a couple more. Actually, 3 more.
this
Who
one?
remembers what this is called? Mason?
A cylinder.
A cylinder. Look around the room. Do you see anything that's a cylinder around the room? Carson? Your glue stick. Perfect. Carla? This bucket is like a cylinder. Good job. What do you think, Kinsley?
Your coffee cup.
My coffee cup. Definitely. Braylon?
Like what holds the sticks,
Yes.
the jars.
Yep, the jars. All the jars Mrs. Murphy has are definitely cylinders. Good eye. Lewis?
Flagpole.
The flagpole is a cylinder. Wow. We have lots of cylinders. Wyatt? Your body is kind of like, I guess you could consider it a cylinder.
Your head is.
I guess so. Tyson? Did you forget?
A crayon.
A crayon, it would be a cylinder. Good job. Especially if the top was like flat. Elias, that's what I meant. Elias.
Your fingers.
Your fingers are kind of like a cylinder, right? Gosh, you have lots. Brooklyn. Now, is that flat? Yeah, so if it's flat, is it a 3-dimensional shape?
My
No.
water bottle.
Your water bottle, though, that would be a cylinder. Okay, I'm going to take one more. Addie.
Like the iPad stand, like that, like
This.
thing that you can move. If you stand it up, then it's a cylinder.
Definitely, it would be a cylinder. Good job.
Okay,
Okay, there's many more, like your markers, your pencils, a
That
pen.
are toes.
Those are all cylinders.
That's purple thing.
Yep. Okay, now this one might be the tricky one. I don't know if there's any of these. What are these called, guys?
Pyramids.
Yes, it has triangles. And tomorrow we'll talk about these are called faces. Not like the face you have, but a different kind of face. Now there are triangles, but there are 4 triangles. But the bottom is not a triangle. What's the bottom? Square. Yep, the bottom is a square. So can you guys see, is there anything around a room that is a pyramid? Raise your hand if you can find something. Corla? Oh my gosh. You know what, Corla? I think that one's close, but not quite. You know what I think that one is?
That one's the other one.
This is probably the other one. So Corla found, and it's kind of hard to tell, but Corla thought at the top of this flag, but if you look really close at it, is the top triangles? No.
It's more.
It's more, yeah.
Miss Murphy, you just showed us one for me.
Okay, so Corla just found a really good one for the, what is this one called?
A cone. Triangle.
Cone. It's like an ice cream cone, so it's a cone. Okay, so Corla found a good one for the cone. So I will take either one if you can find something for the cone or the pyramid, because these are kind of hard to find around the room. Libby.
It was somewhere over there.
Did you lose it? Okay. L-E-S. Oh, the top of the glue bottle. Is that what you're thinking, Ellie? So the top of the glue bottle is very similar to a cone. I would agree. Kinsley.
I have two things. Like I have the part of a pencil and
Wow, good eye back there.
What?
So the top of like the lock on our iPad part, is that more of a cone?
Yes.
Okay. And then Kinsley also said the top of your pencils. Look at the top of your pencils.
That's what I was gonna say.
Wow. You're gonna say, Tyson?
I was gonna say the thing back there.
Okay. All right.
I got really good.
Aria, you got a really good one. The top of your scissors are pretty much rounded. I would say it's pretty close. Brooklyn.
This cone.
Oh, there's a cone on my
Oh,
color
yeah,
touch.
there is.
Yeah, and so you would.
And this cone. Ow. Guys can come. That's flat.
It's
flat.
So is that. Brooklyn is thinking like if it was a real life cone or real life ice cream cone, then it'd be 3D. But right now these are both 2D, but they could be 3D. Okay, we'll take a couple more and then we gotta go on. Okay, Lila.
I have a question.
Sure.
Not about the shape, but you know when Mrs. Narrow comes in, are we gonna say something?
I was just thinking that too.
Because
When she comes in, she say happy last day of
Yeah.
second grade. Okay, we'll say,
Murphy. Can you say 1, 2, 3?
I'll say 1, 2, 3.
Happy
last day of second grade.
Happy last day of second grade.
Next year she'll be in first grade. Okay, so are we prepared and ready?
Yeah.
And that's off of our board. Okay. Okay, all right, I'm gonna take a couple more and then we're gonna move on to actually lesson paper. Okay, Wyatt.
Is there a miniature king tut in that pyramid?
Oh, there could be. Let's talk about shapes though around the room.
Miss Murphy.
Corla. These flips, you're kind of thinking they're very close to make, if they had like a top on them, they'd be kind of close to it. Kind of close. Okay, Kaden.
If there was a rectangle, I would know exactly the width.
Definitely. They would be a rectangular prism, right? Okay. All right, last one I'm going to take is Mason.
I kind of forgot, but one of them is it was a cylinder one, like that golden piece. Not like the cylinder part, like the one that's under it.
Yeah.
The,
That piece would be kind of a cylinder. Okay.
what time is it right now?
I'll let you pick.
I think we should get ready. It's 12:27.
All right, put your name at the top of this. You want to finish handing these out and I'll get it up. Okay, Miss Punsky will hand these out with the name at the top of your paper. right. On this page, this looks like kind of a fun page. What we get to do, the directions say, is to look at the picture. Circle the three-dimensional shapes that you can see. Identify and describe each shape. So right now, I want you to go on a little find, a picture find. Find all the 3D shapes and circle them. And then I'll call my second graders to come up here.
He just sticks.
To help us find them on our cover bunch. Give you about another minute to go on the hunt. And then I'll draw sticks and we gotta be quick to come up here, okay? Because there's lots of things that I can see.
Wait, Miss Murphy. Technically there's 0 for the bases
All right, I'm gonna draw sticks and as you come up, you're gonna circle it and then you're gonna tell your friends nice and loud what 3D shape it is, okay? So I'm gonna start with Kaden. Kaden, come on up. Circle it. Let's circle with black. We're gonna circle everything with black so it'll really stick out. Just say, just one of them, please. Okay, what is that?
Spear.
A spear, good job. Okay, the next person is Briley. Come on up, Briley. Good, a toy box. What shape is that? No, what does it look like? Doesn't it look like it's like an ice cube? So it would be a cube, okay. Well, Corla. Awesome, what is that? It's a telescope. Do you know what shape that is? Nope. Cylinder. Cylinder. That one is a cylinder. That's a tricky word. Okay, how about Journey? Can you find one?
Actually, I already did it all the way.
Okay, just find one though. Be fair. Let's just do one, okay? That alarm clock. Kind of a silly shape. What shape is that, Journey?
Pyramid.
A pyramid alarm clock. Charlotte, did you find one or you're still working? I'll come back to you, okay? Raylan. Awesome. Yep, Raylan's notice is kind of cut off. Yeah, definitely. What would you call that one?
Cylinder.
I would say a bat is pretty close to a cylinder. Yeah, it does get a little bit fatter towards the end of the bat, but for the most part, it is a cylinder. Okay, how about Tyson? Tyson. I think I said Tyson.
The ball by the baseball.
Come circle it with a crossback. The ball by the bat. What shape is that, Tyson? Spear. Spear. Sometimes you guys like to say a spear, like you're gonna go fishing with a spear. It's spear. Can you guys say that to me? Spear. It has the PH making the F sound. Spear. Spear. That one's a tricky word. All right, Addie.
Yes, Murphy. You forgot about Charlotte.
Well, I'll come back to her.
Oh.
Is she looking? You're the no one. Okay, I'll come back to you now then.
Right there on the bed.
The bed, the headboard. What would you call that one?
A cube.
A cube, or actually more like this. Well, let's say it's this one, the rectangular prism. But definitely. Okay, Charlotte, come up here. Good, the box of games. What was that, Charlotte? Do you know what that's called?
I see another one.
Rectangular prism. Do you say that? Rectangular prism. Okay, there's a few more. I think Mrs. Murphy sees one more for sure. Or two more.
Yeah, I see 2 more.
Lily, do you find one?
I see 3.
Okay. Maybe you see something I don't see.
There's 3.
Okay.
How do you see?
Do you see something, Lily?
How is there 3?
There's 2.
Lily, look to see where the alarm clock's sitting. Okay. Yes, right there. Good. So the alarm clock is sitting on the little nightstand, and the top of the nightstand is a cube. Good job. Cube. I know I for sure see one more.
I see 2 more.
Okay, maybe I can see
I
three.
see 2. I see 3.
Charlotte, did you come up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't put your stick away. Okay, Wyatt, do you see one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see 2 actually.
Are they the same thing?
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay, no. Okay. Now, I'll say that's okay, but the shapes on the bedspread are probably what?
Tootie.
So I would think those are 2D, because the shapes are flat. Remember, if a shape is 3D, it like has shape, which means it has height, width, and depth.
Where's the bed?
But the whole bed, I would agree. And guess what the rug? Is the rug have shape or is that flat? Yeah, so let's not do the rug. Let's not do the bedspread. But I think if you do the whole bed, Wyatt, like the actual bed part, that would be like a rectangular prism. Okay?
I have just 2 more.
Okay.
I see 1 more.
He found one that I wasn't even thinking of. But
I see 2.
okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
They're so excited that you're here, Mrs. Nagel.
Yes, I
I can't see. Thank you.
Yes, they have back at your desk. They have some cards for you.
That's all right.
Okay.
I said all day.
Oh my god, I forgot. I see 3 more.
That's okay. We can do it a little bit.
I see 2 more.
Okay. All right.
I see 3. The knob?
Ingrid, is there something else that we're missing?
The knob.
No. If you don't think so, that's fine. Aria, what are you thinking? You are saying there's a couple more, so let's see what you're thinking. She's probably right. Let's just see what she's thinking. Show me. Actually, touch it. I don't know which one you're talking about. Now, the picture. What do you guys think about a picture? Pictures are usually flat, but I know some pictures do have a little depth to them. So that one's kind of like, but there's something close to it. What are these at the top of the bed? Yeah, the little circles, the balls. They're for decoration. They're actually spheres, so they're actually like a ball. Right? And they're are the same, so you can just circle them.
There's the window too.
Addie, what do you think?
The pillow.
I never thought about that. Now, what do you guys think of the pillow?
No. It's a rectangle. Technically, yes.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Now, the shape of this pillow on this page is kind of funny because it looks like it's like half of a circle, like a semicircle. But when you go home at night, is your pillows kind of the shape of rectangular prism? Yeah. So Addie, why don't you come circle that? Even though it's not perfect, your pillows have to have shape because just think if your mom and dad bought you a square, flat pillow.
I'm square flat.
That would hurt.
Miss Murphy.
Okay,
Miss Murphy.
let's go on.
There's Miss Murphy. Miss Murphy.
Oh, wait.
One more.
Louis, we're not yelling my name. We raise our hand and you wait to get called on. And if you don't get called on, sometimes that happens. Mason, do you think there's one more?
Yeah. the whole house.
Yeah, the outside of the
That
house.
looks like a square house.
The room would be a square, right? Like a cube.
So can we circle?
You definitely could.
Wow.
Aiden?
Technically nothing on there is, cause we're drawing on a
Technically, you're
paper.
right. Technically, you're right.
Miss Murphy, that would be actually square.
Elliot.
Wait.
Mason? No. I've already called them. The ties of the curtain. They could have shape like I look
Because
up.
I have them at my house,
Okay.
and they're like.
And I was just thinking mine, that I look at mine, because I have ties. They're like a cylinder.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
I have two. I just thought of this, but you can't really see it. It's like those, but you can't see it from the.
Yeah, you can't see it. So we're not going to circle it because we can't see it, right?
The window.
The window, the glass is probably flat. The window might have a little shape to it. It might be like a really flat rectangular prism. Okay, put your hands down. We got to move on. Okay, there's so many more things we could find because you're right. A lot of things have shape. So on to the guided practice. Let's go, guys, because we have 5 minutes. We got music. Okay. On the guided practice. I'll wait till everybody flips. Mason, come on. On the guided practice, it says a 3-dimensional shape is a shape with length, width, and height. Okay? As I point to these shapes, I want you to say them as a whole second grade class. Let's start with this really hard first tricky word. What is this one, guys?
Sphere.
Good job. How about this one?
Cube. Pyramid. Cone. Cylinder. Rectangular prism.
Good job. Rectangular prism. And the reason why it's a rectangle is that it has rectangles on all 4 sides, or faces, we'll learn. And then the 2 ends, though, are squares. Okay, so that's a rectangular prism. Now, down below, you're going to write the name of the shape and then circle the objects that are the same shape. So look at number 1. Who knows what shape that is? Raise your hand if you know the shape of number 1. Addie, what do you think?
Like a rectangle thing.
Okay, I want you to sit because I'm going to write it just because we're running out of time.
Okay.
A rectangular thing, but we're not going to say thing. It has a prism. Good job. Rectangular prism. So look at the top and copy it. That might be the easiest because rectangular is a long word. And then prism is kind of a hard word to spell too.
That's exactly what I had to do. I'm writing a circle.
And you might have to write below it because mine did fit on both lines. Carson, we're on the other page. We're not on this page. Write the word. Okay, Addie, when you have yours written down, rectangular prism, you can come up and circle the items over here that are a rectangular prism.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Wait, do you want me to change this one?
So cute. Perfect. A Kleenex box and a cereal box.
Because this is a cylinder.
That's a cylinder, definitely. Perfect.
I just gave it.
All right. Look at number 2. Ingrid, what do you think that is?
A cone.
A cone. I will spell cone. It's pretty easy. C-O-N-E. The E jumps over to make that O long. Ingrid, when you have cone down on your paper, come circle the items up here that are the shape of a cone. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay, when you have this done, I want you to flip to the back page. We're gonna do the problem solving really quickly. This will not take us long.
I just realized something on the front. Look at the two middle ones are not the right ones, but the sides are.
Okay, on the back page. We are gonna do this because this will be pretty quick and easy. Number 8 says Jen is wrapping a present that is a box. The box is square on all sides. What shape is the box Jen is wrapping? So raise your hand if you know what is that shape of that box that she's wrapping. Journey, what do you think?
It's obviously a cube.
It's a cube. Good job.
I see that
Cube.
right on the picture.
You can see it right on the picture. It kind of gives away. Cube. So remember, cube starts with a C, even though it sounds like a Q. Cube. Okay, on the number 9, I am a 3-dimensional shape. I have a circle at the bottom. I have a point at the top. What shape am I? Circle on the bottom, point at the top. Wyatt? A what? You are right. So a cone has a circle at the bottom, and it has a point at the top. So cone, C-O-N-E.
And it controls the O.
Okay, now listen to directions. I would like you to flip your page to the independent practice.
I can't believe I knew that.
Just say. Okay, listen to directions. Flip it back, just like Lewis did. All right, we are gonna have to go to music. And Tyson, sit down. And Fayette, when you come back, before we do T1 and T2, I'm gonna have you do the independent practice on your own. Okay? All right. If you need to go to the bathroom,